it's 51 degrees.
Next news in 30 minutes or when it breaks. Here on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
This week on a special Making It radio show, Tommy and Todd talk with Dave Alwyn, owner of Echo Valley Meats. Find out how his appearance on Shark Tank and his deal with Mark Cuban catapulted his business.
Tune in Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
The Office Pile is one of the top co-working spaces in the nation because it provides the best office space for a multicultural and diverse business community. If you're a business owner looking to rent space, join today for as little as $165 a month. Never a contract or long-term lease. The Office Pile offers you the most beautiful and affordable office space and event hosting destination in Arizona. We can host any event from 2 to 500 guests. TheOfficePile.com, TheOfficePile.com.
I'm Francis Battaglia, president of Independent Talk 1100 KFNX, and we're expanding our lineup of local talk shows. We're looking for individuals, business owners, and professionals to host their own radio talk show. This would be a new weekly show that either you pay for or help get sponsors to fund your show. You would pick the topics, select guests, and take calls from the listening audience. There is no experience necessary, and we provide training. Call me at 602-277-1100, extension 1463, 602-277-1100, extension 1463.
The Del Walmsley Show, weekdays at 2 p.m.
You need to stop being dependent on a paycheck. All of these self-help motivational people, they wind you up like a little clock. Click, click, click. And then they'll let you go.
The Del Walmsley Show, weekdays at 2 p.m.
Live
from Phoenix, this is the Entrepreneurs in Fuego, the #1 multimedia broadcast show for entrepreneurs in Arizona. And now, here's your host, Francisco Javier.
Welcome to the Entrepreneurs in Fuego radio show. We're the #1 multimedia broadcast show for entrepreneurs on the planet. This is an incredible show today, and I'll tell you why. Because today, we're going to introduce to the world, officially to the world, one of the most unsung talents, one of the most unsung professionals in the music business, Mr. Gene Kernan. You're so unsung, I can't even pronounce your name. You see, it's just way too early.
Okay, you've been hanging around with certain other people for too long. You're getting names wrong now, man.
Well, I tell you what's going on is that we gave our cast, our usual cast of characters that show up here for the Entrepreneurs in Fuego show, we give them the day off. You know why? Because we wanted to have Mr. Gene Kernan, the unsung. Exactly, until just right now, who just woke me up. Mr. Kernan is going to be singing the songs that every entrepreneur should know.
Yes, it's
some of them.
Music in the key of entrepreneur.
Exactly. Well, some of the songs, because if you really want to have the entire playlist of those songs that every entrepreneur should know, well, just email me. Let me know, and I'll be happy to send you the playlist. At least the name of the songs, not my playlist, but the names of the song. You know what I mean? So in other words, I'm not going to download the songs for you, but I'm going to send you the name of the songs so that you can play them. You can download them and do whatever you want with them and work with them and get inspired by them. And I should say, though, that the songs that we're going to be singing today, at least that Mr. Kernan is going to be performing for us, the unsung professional, are for a certain age. Would you say?
Late 20s.
Late 20s?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the millennials are going to...
far enough into your 20s like I am.
Well...
And for the millennials, it's retro. So.
Well,
Metro retro.
Metro retro. That's pretty cool. I like that. Metro retro. So that's going to be the theme for today. I'd like when you listen to James sing this some of these songs, you guys are going to be just moved to tears. Moved inside.
Oh, come on! It won't be that bad.
You're gonna want to do business right away.
You do know what time it is in the morning, don't you?
Well, that's all right. It doesn't matter because what's going to happen is that you can listen to the show again and again and again, and listen to your songs again and again and again because we are on demand. Good morning, world. This is Francisco Javier, your host. And, of course, joining me in the studio this morning, it is my pleasure, once again, to formally introduce one of the best unknown artists in Phoenix, Mr. Gene Kernan. Gene, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
I tell
How
you
the
what,
hell are you?
I should say, just give a little background as to why the show happened, is that I'm bumping around Facebook a few weeks ago, and there you were. There was some sort of an audition for
a particular organization's event
for Alliances.
Yeah, for Alliances.
It was an audition for Alliances where and this is going back maybe a year or 2 years ago or so.
This was for the Grand Table in February of last year.
Okay,
there's an audition for that.
That's great. And so there you are, you by yourself with your guitar, and I'm thinking, wow, that sounds very, very, very good. And I didn't realize it was you until maybe 5 seconds or so. Your distinguished beard and your presence and your cowboy hat and your boots, you were right there with your guitar. And I'm thinking, man, this sounds good. In fact, it sounds better than the original. And you were singing Fire on the Mountain by the Marshall Tucker Band. And I remember going back a few years ago. Oh, man, MTV, baby. I mean, it was
just a couple.
Oof. I'm glad they didn't have social media back then. I'd be in trouble. But your performance was incredibly good. It was very, very good. And it prompted me to I'm like, Gene, I mean, that's very good, man. That's very good. And it was just a snippet. It wasn't the entire song. And it was just a snippet of Fire on the Mountain. And for those of you who have not heard that song, you will listen to Mr. Kernan's cover of the Marshall Tucker Band Fire in the Mountain song, and it's better than the original. I can tell you that. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I can guarantee you that. Yeah, cough all you want, but because this is by the way, this portion of the show
I'm still waking up, dude.
Well, that's all right, but this portion of the show is being brought to you by you.
Being brought to me by okay,
exactly, and people.
Saguaro Hotspot,
right? Saguaro Hotspot delivering them studio Wi-Fi. Saguaro Hotspot now affiliated with the Phoenix network, and we'll talk a little bit about that too a little bit later on.
That's a trap.
But it's a portable Wi-Fi. When you enter the studio here today, you enter the Enfuego zone, and to be connected, all you have to do is log in with your social media account onto the Enfuego network, and voila, boom, you're in. But I tell you what, man, let me go back to that day a few weeks ago when I saw your video, and I'm like, I was thinking about, this is our last show here on KFNX, and then we're moving to Mula Radio, Money Radio, and as of next Saturday. So it has been a fun ride over here. 17 shows we did over here.
Radio Dinero.
That's where we're moving, and we're taking the whole cast of crazies out there. So if you
all of me,
all of you,
okay,
and Azareth is moving there.
Led by myself.
It's going to be just off the hook. It's going to be an incredible show. A lot of new bits and segments, and we're going to go crazy, and it's just fantastic. But it's all about celebrating the entrepreneur, and of course, some of you may know or may not know, and perhaps my failure of emphasizing the fact that this show is possible by the contributions and donations and sponsorships of folks like you. Entrepreneurs who want to hear some fun, sometimes unconventional, even offensive sometimes. Would you say that, Gene? No.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, thank you. Topics varying from anything and everything in the world. When you think about entrepreneur, the last image that will come into your mind would be Azareth, probably. And she will be joined. For those of you who do not know who Azareth is, hang on to your
Azareth is the last image to come into a lot of minds. No matter how long ago it's been.
And I would disagree, depending on the time of the day and the day of the week. It would probably be the last image. But she is an entrepreneur.
Tell me it's not still in your mind.
Oh, now it's embedded in there. Now, and again, so we celebrate the entrepreneur from every shape, form, background, culture, and that is you. And those are the people. You are the people who have been supporting this show for this past 17 weeks. And how can you support that? Is by now you got me coughing because I'm just choking right now. I'm so overcome with emotion. You can go to thetopfoundation.org, thetopfoundation.org, and donate. $5, $10, it doesn't matter. Look, man, you're supporting and advancing education and entrepreneurship for women, minorities, and veterans. That's what you're doing. And you are supporting shows like this. And you're making a show like this possible to reach an incredible number of people and to help an incredible number of people. Helping minorities, helping women, helping veterans. thetopfoundation.org. So going back to that first song, by the way, today, if you donate, today, we're going to send you the playlist for entrepreneurs that we've put together. And all you got to do, if you want to donate $1, that's cool. Does PayPal take $1 donation? I guess it does, doesn't it?
PayPal takes donations, so I assume they'd take anything.
From $1 to $1,000 to $1 million. It don't matter. Look, just support this organization. It's really cool. Advancing education. If you want,
let's focus on $1.
From $1 up. Yeah, okay. Well, the million. There's somebody there, maybe out there. Maybe the billionaire entrepreneur just woke up and like, what is happening here? Who are these people? And maybe he's like, okay, maybe we'll donate $1 million to the foundation. thetopfoundation.org, thetopfoundation.org. Go there. If you donate, we'll send you the playlist, man. So be generous, man. And all right, so Gene is going to do this song that I was describing to you about by the Marshall Tucker Band, "Fire on the Mountain," and that's one thing. You know, Gene, I had never heard that particular song from the Marshall Tucker Band. Of course, I heard so many other songs that are popular by them, but "Fire on the Mountain" I had not heard, and you do it incredibly well. My brother, are you ready? You got your guitar.
I'm going to give this a little bit of intro too, but go ahead.
Well,
am I ready?
Well, you just got to jump right.
I have my guitar. I have my fingers.
There you go.
I have my pick.
Go to it, bud.
Okay. And by the way, this is from when people didn't know Marshall Tucker was country anyway.
Well, Southern rock.
Moved my family away from my Carolina home. Had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air. Gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and sifting from 5 till 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. City was the big thing, Lord, and sin was a star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air. Gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Dance Hall Girls was the He-Man treat. Empty cartridges and bloodline, the good earth of the street. Men were shot down for the sake of fun, or just to hear the note of their 44 for guns, and there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave. Tears flow free for her man she couldn't save. Shot down in cold blood by a gun that carried flame. All for a useless and no good, worthless claim. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Waiting for me there, waiting for me there, waiting for me there.
Man, rip it up, baby.
I'm in serious danger of waking up.
Well, I tell you what, man, that is one hell of a performance. This is, if you just join in and you're wondering what's going on here in the studio, this is the Entrepreneurs in Fuego radio show, the #1 multimedia broadcast show for entrepreneurs. And this is why we are the #1 multimedia, because we just had Mr. Gene Kernan just swing it right out of the park, man. Fire in the Mountain. And we're talking about songs that every entrepreneur should know, man. And Fire in the Mountain is one. And if you want to check,
you know what that's about, right?
I have no idea, but you're going to explain it to me right
Gold
now.
Rush,
Hey,
1849 Gold Rush.
well, that's just fine. But I tell you what, I mean, you can go right now and Google it down to the original that was done by the Marshall Tucker Band, and your version is much better. I tell you what, it is.
Well,
very good.
I don't have the whole band.
No, but I just like your unplugged version. And
this is my septet.
This is your septet.
Me and my 6 strings.
That's cool. I tell you what, why don't you just move the microphone back a little bit here? Yeah, this just toward me. Just push it toward me a little bit more. No, toward me. Push it toward me. Ah, there you go. Perfect. That's going to pick up the guitar much better.
Okay.
And so we're talking about why we're doing this thing today, why we're doing the show today. This is our last show for Entrepreneurs in Fuego here in KFNX. We're moving to minor radio as of next week. But I wanted to celebrate the fact that we as entrepreneurs, we are creators. We are artists. We have a different way of looking at the world. And what I wanted to do was bring in one of the most unsung artists in the planet, which is Mr. Gene Kernan. You just heard an incredible song. We're talking about songs that every entrepreneur should know, an unplugged performance. Unplugged because there's nothing else. You don't have that's a song by Marshall Tucker Band, but you have no band. That's it. That's
right.
you. It's just you.
And I'm not using an amp.
Phenomenal.
And,
what else?
The mics are plugged in, but they're not mine.
What else you want to do?
What else do I want to do? Well, sleeping's out of the picture, so
hit it.
I know it's late. I know you're weary. I know your plans don't include me. Still here we are, both of us lonely, longing for shelter from all that we see. Why should we worry? No one will care, girl. Look at the stars, so far away. We've got tonight. Who needs tomorrow? We've got tonight, babe. Why don't you stay? Deep in my soul, I've been so lonely. All of my hopes fading away. I've longed for love like everyone else does. I know I'll keep searching even after today. So there it is, girl, I've said it all now, and here we are. What do you say? We've got tonight. Who needs tomorrow? We've got tonight, babe. Why don't you stay? I know it's late, I know you're weary. I know your plans don't include me. Still, here we are, both of us lonely, both of us lonely. We've got tonight. Who needs tomorrow? Let's make it last. Let's find a way. Turn out the lights. Come take my hand now. We've got tonight, babe. Why don't you stay? Why don't you stay?
Wow. What an amazing performance, man. And this is Mr. Gene Kern, Unplugged. Why Don't You Stay? What, was that song originally by Kenny Rogers?
Kenny did it and Bob Seger did it.
Bob Seger did it, but yeah. Kenny Rogers did it also.
It's one of the two songs that got Bob Seger on the country Billboard charts in 1984.
And Kenny Rogers did it with, what's her name?
With Dolly.
With Dolly. No, it's not Dolly Parton. No, that was Islands in the Sun. You're
thinking
that was
Islands in the Stream.
Islands in the Stream. Yeah, you're thinking Islands in the Stream. So don't. Yeah, he did it with. We're going to think about her here in a minute, but we're talking about Entrepreneurs in Fuego.
It wasn't Azareth.
It was definitely not Azareth, man. I'll tell you what. And you thought that Azareth was out of your mind. I just had to mention her in the morning, and bam, she's not out of your mind. This is the Entrepreneurs in Fuego show. We are talking about songs that every entrepreneur should know, man. And so there's a couple of them right now. Now that's for a different type of entrepreneur. Like it's not for the millennial, but maybe you should know if you're a millennial listening to the show, man. These songs really will get to you. If you're thinking about, for instance,
entrepreneurs have hearts too.
But wait a minute. I mean, you got to go back to like James Taylor's with the England Dan and John Ford Coley, Stephen Bishop, Jerry Rafferty, Jackson Brown, Olivia Newton-John, Air Supply, Gilbert Sullivan, Alone Again.
Naturally.
There you go. Paul McCartney, Van Morrison, Steely Dan, and I can go on and on. Don Henley, Bruce Hornsby, Kenny Loggins, Orleans.
Arlo Guthrie. That's back before any of those guys.
Little River Band. By the way, Little River Band, they come to Phoenix every once in a while.
I know. I've been meaning to go see them, but I keep getting busy.
They go to the England Stick Resort in Fleetwood Mac. Man, I would just go Eric Clapton, Skylark.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite songs. If you never heard, and by the way, this is part of the playlist that we're putting together here for entrepreneurs. We're thinking that every entrepreneur should know these songs. And of course, if you donate to the foundation, you just got to do all you got to do is go to the topfoundation.org, donate from $1 to $1 million or more. Anything in between.
Let's just make it clear. The Top Foundation isn't me.
Well, that's all right. But what we're going to do is we're going to send you a playlist that every entrepreneur should know. Indeed, I mean, these are songs that myself I grew up with that inspired me to become an entrepreneur, and there in the long hours toiling around and talking about entrepreneurship, talking about all this, how to create a better world and dreaming and all that stuff. You put in the background, you put a little James Taylor, and bam, man, it just gets you inspired, man. It gets you inspired. We're talking also about how the show is funded, and the reason why we exist is because of the Top Foundation. The Top Foundation was designed a few years ago to advance entrepreneurship and education for women, minorities, and veterans. And by supporting the Top Foundation, you're supporting shows like this and content like this. And that is absolutely cool, and we absolutely respect that. And thank you.
And I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew this wasn't an electronic version of me with my guitar case out on the street corner. I'll be doing that at 4:30.
and that is already. That is why you are unplugged. On the other side, we're gonna have you play a couple of more songs, man. That every entrepreneur should know. So, but in the meantime, here in the break, man, you and I are gonna jam a little bit because you brought in another guitar. You brought in the 12 string, and we're gonna find out a little bit more about the songs that every entrepreneur should know. So don't you go anywhere, because you're listening to the Entrepreneurs en Fuego radio show, the number one multimedia broadcast show for entrepreneurs in the planet. We're moving to be careful, because we're moving into a new neighborhood, man. As of next week, we're not going to be around here at the KFNX any longer, but we are moving.
Yeah, what was it you said? There goes the neighborhood?
Believe me, beware. So again, don't you go anywhere. You're listening to the number one multimedia radio show in the planet. We'll be right back.
Coverage you can count on around the clock. News, weather, and the KFNX traffic team. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Special report, travel ban denied. It's going to be a big day tomorrow at the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals after a ruling by the court overnight. The judges denied a request by the Justice Department for an emergency stay of a ruling by a district court judge in Seattle on Friday. That ruling blocked a presidential executive order that banned refugees and immigrants from 7 mostly Muslim countries. Justice Department correspondent Laura Jarrett.
They were asking to essentially press pause on the Seattle judge's decision that had temporarily halted the enforcement of several key provisions of President Donald Trump's executive orders. But just 3 hours later, the Ninth Circuit said no.
Although the court denied the department's emergency request, it did say it wants legal briefs from both sides by tomorrow so it can more fully consider the case. The ruling from the court means people from the affected countries can continue to enter the U.S. for now. I'm Christopher Cruz.
This Valentine's Day, forget the night out. Transform your bedroom into a luxury suite with Boll & Branch.
From the KFNX WeatherBug Weather Center. For this morning, a clear sky, sunshine today with a high of 76. Mostly cloudy tonight, low 52. Both Monday and Tuesday will feature abundant sunshine, high each day 72. Wednesday, sunny skies, high 76. I'm meteorologist Jim Minaldi from the KFNX WeatherBug Weather Center.
Currently in downtown Phoenix, it's 50 degrees.
Next news in 30 minutes or when it breaks. Here on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
The Renaissance Festival is back! Huzzah! Weekends now through April 2nd. Great shopping, a giant crafts market.
Welcome to the Renaissance Festival.
Non-stop feasting, more merriment and new mermaid show. Weekends now through April 2nd. Special savings from discount coupons from Hall of Frames, Wendy's, and Phoenix Flower Shops while supplies last. Huzzah!
The Office Pile is one of the top co-working spaces in the nation because it provides the best office space for a multicultural and diverse business community. If you're a business owner looking to rent space, join today for as little as $165 a month. Never a contract or long-term lease. The Office Pile offers you the most beautiful and affordable office space and event hosting destination in Arizona. We can host any event from 2 to 500 guests. TheOfficePile.com, TheOfficePile.com.
Today we decided to walk to school. At the corner, we waited to cross the street. The stoplight counted down. 15, 14, 31, 13. We took a left on Carroll Garden Street.
Garden Street?
Loud music was coming from a car. Danny's a smart kid, but he gets so distracted.
There were so many other sounds, I didn't know what to focus on.
Danny, Earth to Danny. Suddenly, he realized he forgot his homework again.
I left my homework on the table.
At the school steps, we hugged goodbye. I really hope he doesn't have another bad day at school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free online resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Get personalized recommendations, practical tips, daily access to experts, and more. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org. Brought to you by Understood and the Ad Council.
Join us for a night of fun. Valentine's celebration Sip and Shop. Thursday, February 9th. It's a happy hour from 5 to 9 p.m. Located at BLK Live in Scottsdale. Shopping for your Valentine at the fabulous booths. Go to shapeupus.org for more info. Click on the events page. shapeupus.org. Sponsored by 1100 KFNX, Sedona Pines Resort, Mo Energy, and BLK Live. shapeupus.org events page.
Este baile no hay salida, que corre el tiempo. Pégate y zumba conmigo con movimiento. Este baile no hay salida, que corre el tiempo.
Welcome back. My name is Francisco Javier, and I am joined today by the no longer unsung artist, Mr. Gene Kernan, who has joined us today to give us a couple of songs that every entrepreneur should know, an unplugged performance. And, man, at the top of the show, we were just jamming with your songs. You belt out a couple of them, Fire in the Mountain by the Marshall Tucker Band. And by the way, if you missed this, we have the show on demand, so you can listen to the show and listen to the show to the songs that Mr. Kernan has sung so far on demand, anytime, while you're driving, anywhere and anytime. Just fire it up your tablet, your phone, and go to the Entrepreneurs en Fuego channel on YouTube. Subscribe. Entrepreneurs en Fuego show on YouTube. Subscribe and listen to all the previous radio shows. Look at the TV shows as well. And also, by the way, take a look at some of the interviews that we've done for the past 2.5 years. We've interviewed over 550 entrepreneurs that you probably know, or maybe yourself have been interviewed. It's very likely. You know what happens is that I walk into a networking event, and it's about a third of the people at the networking event we've interviewed. Then the other third know of the show and want to be interviewed, and the other third have no idea what the show's all about. But
and that's a function of the Top Foundation too, right?
That is absolutely a function of the Top Foundation. The Entrepreneurs en Fuego show is a project of the Top Foundation, which has made this particular show possible, as well as the interviews and everything else possible. It's made my life possible. The Top Foundation is a nonprofit corporation dedicated to advancing entrepreneurship and education for minorities, for women, and for veterans, and has done tremendous job since its inception. It's provided office space, technical assistance, mentorship, etc., microloans, etc. I mean, it's just a phenomenal organization. If you'd like to donate so that you can continue listening to Mr. Kernan, wow, that's a very risky proposition right there. If you like to,
God will get you for that.
Oh man, they'll get me. But if you like to listen to content like this and continue to support folks that are in a less fortunate position than you are, then go to the topfoundation.org and donate. From $1 to $5 to $10. Don't be cheap. $25 is cool. $100 is very nice. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to send you the playlist that we think every entrepreneur should know. And we're going to send you that. We'll email it to you. When you donate, you have your information right out there, so you're not going to get lost in a vacuum. So that's really cool. So thetopfoundation.org. You're listening to the Entrepreneurs en Fuego radio show, the last show of our very, very successful run here at KFNX. We're very thankful for the hospitality that we've been provided here at KFNX. And we're moving to Moolah Radio. You know what Moolah is, right? I mean, you're looking at me
Dinero.
like, oh, the Dinero, yeah, Money Radio. That's where we're moving to. Next weekend, Saturday at 11 o'clock, that's where we're going to be. Launch of the show, man. And we have, there's so many people stopping by that it's going to be just ridiculous. A ridiculous show. But it's going to be a ton of fun because we're going to have all the cast of characters that you have listened throughout this past 17 weeks. We're going to have Sydney, No Caffeine Needed. Adams is going to stop by the show. Of course, Azareth, giving the astrological forecast for corporations as well as people. It's just nuts. Then we have also this reality radio portion with Bethany Love Hannah that is going to be there, and also this is great. My dear friend Justin Abate Squire, who's been on the show many times, he is also one of the sponsors of the show, and he has, with his partner, they have this incredible method of gamification that he's going to be talking about. And by the way, he's going to bring with him an incredible surprise. I tell you what, Gene, I saw this woman. She works at their organization. It's probably one of the most beautiful women that I have ever seen in the planet. I'm telling you.
I know her.
Do you really?
I know.
Well, she's going to be on the show next week, and she's just.
I'm never sure what to call her, but yeah.
But the show keeps upping itself in its beauty, because I tell you, Bethany is no joke, man. She's one of the most beautiful women also in the planet, and of course, Azareth is just a beauty unto herself. And so we'll probably broadcast that particular show live on Facebook so that you can see what we're talking about, or just drop by next Saturday at 11 o'clock. That's where we launch. So if you want to stop by and say hi and be on the radio, yeah, why not? Stop by.
Just be careful, because it's slippery up there.
It's going to get even slippier. Again, this show is made possible by the Top Foundation. You want to support this organization. This is a nonprofit organization. You're going to be doing good. thetopfoundation.org, thetopfoundation.org. Go in there, donate from $5 to $10 to $25 to $100, whatever your heart desire. We're going to send you a playlist of the songs that every entrepreneur of certain age should know, or every entrepreneur of any age, right?
Yeah. And you know, the thing is, you chose to refer to this as songs every entrepreneur should know.
Yeah.
I was looking at it from a slightly different perspective.
Okay.
These are songs about entrepreneurship.
Oh, there you go.
For example, Fire on the Mountain.
Yeah.
As I said, that was about the gold rush.
Mm.
We were digging and sifting from 5 till 5.
There you go.
Okay.
Very nice.
Even We've Got Tonight.
Yeah.
Is essentially an entrepreneurship song. I mean, let's face it. The man was trying to make a sale. Okay.
Exactly.
But entrepreneurship sometimes involves an evolution from a given technology or method of doing things to another technology. So that's what this one's about. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors, 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound Odyssey, the train rolls out of Kankakee, rolls along past houses, farms, and fields, passing trains that have no names, graveyards full of old black men, and the graveyards of the rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are you? Said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Dealing card games with the old man in the boxcar. Penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. Pass the paper bag that holds the bottle. Feel the wheels rumbling neath the floor. And the sons of Pullman porters, the sons of engineers, ride their father's magic carpets made of steel. Mothers with their babes asleep, rocking to the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are you? Said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home, and we'll be there by morning, with the Mississippi darkness rolling down to the sea. And all the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream. Steel rails still ain't heard the news. Conductor sings his song again. Passengers will please refrain. This train has got to disappear in railroad gloom. Good night, America, how are you? Said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Good night, America, how are you? Said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done.
Oh, yeah. You're listening to Gene Kernan.
And in case you didn't get it, that was about the demise of the railroads in the 60s.
Thank you very much for that clarification, but I was just enjoying your song, man. I'm telling you what, man. You are very talented. We have in studio today Gene Kernan, one of the most unsung and unrecognized artists. I was spilling your coffee.
I appreciate
You're just. I said that, and then all of a sudden you got all nervous, and now you got coffee
because it's
all over
embarrassing, dude.
Now you got coffee all over your beard, all over the guitar, and everything.
What? I save it for later.
You still look good. You still sound good, man. I tell you,
I'll have it later.
Let me just remind folks: this is the Entrepreneurs and Fuego show, the #1 multimedia broadcast show on the planet. And this show is made possible. This is our last show here at KFNX this week. And so this show, I got to remind folks, man, this is the last show that we have here at KFNX. And I decided, I'm going to bring Mr. Gene Kernan and to sing some of the beautiful songs that every entrepreneur should know. And I mentioned also that this show is possible by the Tough Foundation. It's been brought to you by all this time, all the 17 weeks that we've had this incredibly beautiful run here at KFNX. The show is being brought to you by the way, it's dropped down there, so you got to retune the guitar, right? I'm sorry.
Oh, thanks.
Just giving instructions over here as to how Mr. Gene Kernan should do his job. But anyway, so the show here is being brought to you by this nonprofit organization called thetopfoundation.org. And made possible by donations and contributions of folks like yourself. So don't be shy. Go to thetopfoundation.org, thetopfoundation.org, and donate from $1 to $5 to $10 to $100 to anything in between to make shows like this possible. This is about you. This is about the entrepreneur. This is about your struggle. This is about your journey. And indeed, if you want to watch some of the interviews that we've done in the past 2.5 years or so, do go or listen to the show, previous shows that we've recorded here at KFNX, and to watch some of the TV shows that we've done as well. Season 1. Go to the Entrepreneurs and Fuego channel on YouTube and subscribe. Entrepreneurs and Fuego channel on YouTube. Subscribe, and you'll be able to listen to the show on demand. Next Saturday, by the way, we launched the show on Money Radio at 11 o'clock, Saturday, 11 o'clock. So you better tune in. If you want to participate in the show, by the way, you can just always drop by and say hi. We'll get you on the show. But in the meantime, if you missed out on the first part of this show, man, I tell you, man, you're just missing out. By the way, Gene, that when you sang "We've Got Tonight," and I was thinking Kenny Rogers. You know who I was thinking? He sang that song with Sheena Easton. Sheena Easton is the one that did the song with him that made it famous. But you were right. But you were right as well. I mean, he sang that song with Dolly Parton also.
Well, I told you, that was the year that Bob Seger made the country Billboard charts twice.
You're absolutely correct.
He
sir.
made it with that one, and then he made it with Shame on the Mood, which was written by Rodney Crowell.
There you go. Boom. Songs that every entrepreneur should know. Mr. Gene Kern is here in the house. He is unplugged. And without further ado, Mr. Kern.
Kernan.
What did I say?
Well, I don't know. What'd you say, Mr. Javi?
Exactly. Go to it, brother.
Well, like you said, this song is about entrepreneurship, and it's kind of appropriate that I'm a bit of a cowboy. Sometimes I'm a biker. Sometimes I'm a poet. This is about an entrepreneur too. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. You're a hard one. I know that you got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you can hurt you somehow. Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy. She'll beat you if she's able. You know the queen of hearts is always your best bet. Now it seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table, but you only want the ones that you can't get. Desperado, oh, you ain't getting no younger. Your pain and your hunger, they're driving you home. And freedom, well, that's just some people talking. Your prison is walking through this world all day long. Don't your feet get cold in the wintertime? Sky won't snow and the sun won't shine. It's hard to tell the nighttime from the day. Yeah, you lose it all, your highs and lows. Ain't it funny how the feeling goes away? Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Come down from your fences. Open the gate, it may be raining, but there's a rainbow above you. You better let somebody love you. You better let somebody love you before it's too late.
Oh, yeah. You're listening to the Entrepreneurs en Fuego show. I tell you what, Gene, I mean, you've got a lot of fans joining in here on Facebook Live. I know that Teresa Suarez, who I believe is very acquainted with Azareth. She's joined in, and I think she's starting a fan club for you. Also, Sydney No Caffeine Adams has joined in, and of course, Sydney's going to be part of the crazy cast that we're going to have at the Entrepreneurs en Fuego radio show next week at Money Radio. That's where we're moving. But I tell you what, man, you're just getting a huge fan base over here. You're getting people following you and sending you hearts and everything else. I don't know that there's any marriage proposal. I would not be surprised if Azareth joins in sometime soon and starts probably flirting with you, because you're touching people's hearts, man. I tell you what, that's a great song. But let's just remind folks that all this is possible because of people like you. You have been supporting the show with donations to the Top Foundation, which was created to advance entrepreneurship and education for women, minorities, and veterans. And it is because of that that the show is being made possible. So if you'd like to continue donating, supporting the show, go to thetopfoundation.org and donate. Anything from $1 to more.
Where's my halo?
Where's your halo? Well, you're doing just fine, my friend. You're doing incredibly fine. And I tell you what, I mean, you continue getting hearts. I mean, it's just phenomenal. I mean, people are just dying about you, man. And don't go anywhere because you got still one more song. Are you going somewhere? Oh, you're changing guitars. Okay, so Gene is changing guitars. Is switching to a 12-string guitar right now. Things are getting serious right here in the studio. And this is the Entrepreneurs in Fuego show, the #1 multimedia radio show on the planet. We've had a beautiful and successful run here at KFNX for 17 weeks. This is our 17th week, and now we're moving next week over to Money Radio.
Good Lord, that's half of forever.
There you go. Well, there you go. So we're going to have a ton more fun. All the crazy cast of characters are joining in. And now we have Mr. Gene Kernan, who is going to delight us with probably maybe we have time for one last song. Go ahead, Mr. Gene.
I'm going to take us out with this one.
There you go.
Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. 4 that want to own me, 2 that want to stone me, 1 says she's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Brighten up while you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand and take it easy. Well, I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my Lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. I gotta know if your sweet love is gonna save me. We may lose and we may win, but we will never be here again. So open up, I'm climbing in. Take it easy. Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. Got a world of trouble on my mind. Looking for a lover who won't blow my cover. She's so damn hard to find. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels make you crazy. Lighten up while you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand and take it easy. Oh, we got it easy. We ought to take it easy.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
That is an incredible performance. We're going to sign off of Facebook Live. And, man, you got people just following you, man. I haven't seen any marriage proposals just yet, but this is really good. Thank you for all of those who followed Gene there on Facebook Live.
Gracias, mahalo, salamat, spasibo, sheshe.
And I tell you what, I really want to thank everybody here at the radio station. If you missed any of the shows, please subscribe to the Entrepreneurs in Fuego show. And like always, man, this has just been a phenomenal ride here with Entrepreneurs in Fuego show. So just remember, as always, we leave you with a words of Charlie Day. You cannot let a fear of failure or a fear of comparison or fear of judgment stop you from doing what's going to make you great. You cannot succeed without the risk of failure. You cannot have a voice without the risk of criticism, and you cannot love without the risk of loss. You must go out there and take some risks. This has been the Entrepreneurs en Fuego radio show, the number one multimedia broadcast show for entrepreneurs. This is our last call. I'm having that last drink here with my friend Gene Kernan, who's delighted us with his performance. Until forever, you know it. We are out.
The Office Pile is one of the top co-working spaces in the nation because it provides the best office space for a multicultural and diverse business community. If you're a business owner looking to rent space, join today for as little as $165 a month. Never a contract or long-term lease. The Office Pile offers you the most beautiful and affordable office space and event hosting destination in Arizona. We can host any event from 2 to